Over the past couple of days, there's been a resurgence in the YouTuber versus filmmaker conversation. And I've seen this come across my timeline a few times now. And every time I see it, it's usually from a YouTuber who's become really successful and has decided that they no longer want to chase the dream of making films, or that they're just happy with where they are and they're doing what they want to do, which is awesome. But I think that there's a little bit of a problem that we need to talk about with that. Now, while YouTube is great and we know it, and we know you can make a lot of money and the creator economy is up right now, the thing that I think is a little bit dangerous is people who are just getting started into their creator journey and they do want to make films. They may be a little bit discouraged and think that there's not a pathway to that anymore. I do know that filmmaking is really hard, and especially as a filmmaker myself living in Los Angeles, everything is really down right now. But I see it like this. I'm a YouTuber as well. I've been a YouTuber since uploaded my first video in 2014. And I was one of those YouTubers who said, I'm going to put my films here and I'm going to let them live, and I'm going to hope that someone sees it and picks me up and says, hey, you're doing awesome. Come work for us. 9 times out of 10, that's not happening. But what does happen is you can upload your film, and now as a YouTuber, you can also upload that process of how you're making that film and the process of how you chose your camera and how you chose your lens and what lighting techniques you did. All of that good stuff that the YouTube algorithm and camera culture loves. That's awesome. That's always going to be there. The tough part with that is the first part, being the filmmaker. A lot of people on YouTube don't necessarily watch a short film or a feature on YouTube. They want the short, quick content, or they want the day in the life kind of content, the vlog content, the live stream content, those kind of things, because they fall in love with your personality and the person you are and what you have to offer as far as education or entertainment on YouTube. When you're telling a story on YouTube, if they have no connection to that story at all, it doesn't seem like they want to really pay attention to it as much unless they're just extremely invested in you as a person. So I say that to say this. The thing that I want to be careful of as we go into this next phase of what Hollywood or what entertainment is going to be, I want to be careful that we don't lose the art of filmmaking. The art of filmmaking is, for the most part, what got us all here. The art of filmmaking is what's going to get us to the next level. And eventually, when you're done with watching all your YouTube videos, or you've exhausted everything that you wanted to see on YouTube, at some point, you're going to sit down and watch a TV show. You're going to sit down and watch a series. You're going to sit down and watch a movie. And as a filmmaker who's also a YouTuber, I want to be able to provide you both. I want to be able to give you a short form experience, an educational experience, an entertaining experience, but also want to be able to give you a film that I thought up in my brain and put it out there to the world. And that's my art. I want to be able to give you that as well. And I want to make sure that people still find value in creating that also. I know right now it seems like everybody's going after the younger generation and they are gravitating more towards shorts, reels, YouTube live stream, all of that kind of stuff. But everybody gets older, and at some point that's going to change, and you're going to want to sit down and do something different, and your audience will grow with you, hopefully. So I don't want people to lose the art of filmmaking because they see YouTube as an easier route. And when I say easier route, I don't mean easier in the sense of anybody can do it. Otherwise, I'd have 1 million subscribers and everybody else would have 1 million subscribers. I mean easier in the sense of the barrier of entry. The barrier of entry to get on YouTube is just a click away. in order to get on a streaming service like Netflix, Hulu, or Amazon Prime, Apple TV, it's a little more difficult. So where do I see this going to wrap this all up? I see this going in a hybrid fashion. Going forward in Hollywood, we already know that it's going to change. We see it changing. Going forward in Hollywood, I think the next phase of filmmakers are going to be hybrid creator, YouTube filmmakers. And you can already see kind of how that looks with David Sandberg, who will go out and do a big Hollywood movie and then come back to YouTube and start doing more YouTube shorts, doing more YouTube videos, YouTube breakdowns, and talking about what he did on that movie. Now, I think that further helps promote the movie. It also further helps build his community, his fan base, and people who want to continue to support him and then will in turn go out and support his movie in the theaters. I think that's the way I've always wanted to go, and I never really put a label to it until just recently when I seen YouTubers saying, I don't know if I ever want to make films again. I think I'm here. I only want to do what I want to do. And I think that the hybrid filmmaker is the next step. That's the next wave. So the hybrid approach is what I'm going to be taking going forward, because I will continue to make films and I will continue to do YouTube. I need to be more consistent in both. So I'll be doing both of those things at the same time. So hopefully you guys enjoy the content that I'm going to put out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this conversation. I'd love to know what you guys think about this. If you guys are YouTubers who had aspirations to be filmmakers and then maybe got beat up or got discouraged and now you don't want to do it, or maybe you just said, hey, I'm happy with doing YouTube. It fulfills me. It takes care of my bills, my home, my family, whatever the case may be. I want to know what you think. So leave a comment down below, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.